first 3 quarters really throwing the football.
Yep.
When you really needed it. Just talk about that final drive, and especially you find Chris Godwin last week, but you should have found him in a big spot there.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that drive started with a couple prior, being able to run the ball, and we had enough time to be able to. It wasn't a true 2-minute. We got to really go in that situation. Only needed a field goal to tie it, push it to overtime, but we wanted to score, so we were able to still run the ball. Guys up front played extremely well in that aspect, and so a couple huge plays. Obviously, Chris on that long play, it's so clutch, and so. Their game plan was to take Mike out of the ball game. You could see it was very obvious. They were running a lot of man coverage and bringing safety help wherever he was at. And so other guys had to step up, and we found a way.
3rd and 10 isn't a favorable situation.
Nope.
Can you talk about that play there? Because, I mean, on those first couple downs there, it didn't look like there was really anything. And for you to connect with Chris the way you did downfield, can you just take us through that?
Yeah, not ideal. Obviously, we're playing a 4-down situation right there. So just trying to get a couple yards at a time. So sitting at 3rd and 10, obviously weren't successful in the first 2. And Chris ran a great route, to be honest with you. Man coverage, he's run that 1,000 times. Gets up and gets in front of the guy, gives him a move at the top and breaks out. And so, can't say enough about him and the job he did today. And then that's a clutch moment. And so to set up that play to Cade, and we knew down there in the red zone they were going to take Mike and Chris away. So Cade had a one-on-one. Safeties weren't even clued in on him. So he made a great play as well.
Rashad White had a nice 31-yard touchdown off that pass play.
Yep.
He's been improving every week, and he's really good in space. So as a quarterback, what's it like to know that you have someone like that who can create plays?
It's so nice to have, just as check down, screen plays, all that, and it's essentially an extension of the run game. Key block on that play was Aaron Stinney getting out and shoving somebody by so he can get up inside. And so, like I said, guys up front played unbelievable, and Rashad did the rest on that play. But it takes everybody, and so, that was a good one.
I know you guys don't have any room for error at this point.
Yeah.
If you'd have lost this game, it would have been really tough. But so, what does it say just about this group? Chips are down, 2-minute drive, not quite, but but in that situation, that's clear out.
To me, that's the sense of urgency we have to have. Treat every drive when we have the ball, we have to score. And have that mentality, because there's something that we have a lot of success in 2-minute drives, and so we need to have that mentality. And that's we'll look at it and see if guys are doing anything differently. We'll look at it, but it's just a mentality to not be denied, to be persistent in it, and just go after your goal.
Do you feel a different mentality later in the games or in those moments?
I just see nobody flinching. Nobody's wide-eyed. Everybody seems really calm, just ready for the next play. That's what you want: cool, calm, and collected, and guys ready to go to work.
Cade Otton touchdown. Can you just speak to that play and the catch that he made?
Yeah. So they had been doing a lot, like I mentioned, taking the 2 safeties and they had man coverage underneath and playing those guys, trying to key wherever Mike and Chris were most of the time. And they gave us a 2-high safety look, and I saw it was press, and I just knew they weren't going to pay attention to Cade. And he did a great job with his release, winning at the line of scrimmage. And so good they had to hold him on his way out, but we didn't need that, and he made a great play in the back of the end zone.
Baker's is up and down as this has been. You guys knew if you won these 2, you kind of be back in control of the
Yep.
future. What does that mean with 4 games to play?
Just have the same mentality. We need to carry this mentality over to next week. This game won't matter unless we take care of business next week. So have the same mentality, approach the week the same, be intentional about it, and come out one play at a time and find a way to win.
You had mentioned they tried to take Mike away. You had a couple of opportunities late in the game for him, the scramble drill in the end zone, and then the corner route on the touchdown drive. Can you just speak to those opportunities?
The scramble drill really pisses me off because I'm trying to scan the field. He's doing a great job of looking around and seeing that there's nobody back there, so he starts booking it. And by the time I see him, I have to check whether the corner's falling back underneath. Don't want to turn the ball over, but it was an incredible scramble response by him, coming from the slot on the left side all the way to the back corner of the end zone. So, and then on the corner route that we just missed, it's that close. He's taking one more rotation than I expect, but he's doing it because he's pushing the safety back and breaking off a leverage and to try and get separation from the cover 2 corners. So, he does a great job. I just got to give him air on those to give him a chance and then trigger the scramble drill quicker.
There was so much back and forth in this game. What went through your mind there when they got that 2-point conversion? You needed to go out there and you needed to be at your absolute best.
Honestly, was just excited. The fact that exact situation, needed a field goal to go down and tie the game as the first game at home. But this time, different outcome. So we learned from our mistakes, made the plays when we needed to. So that's what you look for. You look for growth. You look for the improvement, and our guys did that today.
What about for you too? What about for you too mentally? When you've got a little over 2 minutes left on the clock and the game is literally in your hands.
I love it. That's what you want as a quarterback, as a competitor. You want to have. Obviously, we didn't have the ball last, but you want to have the opportunity last and to take care of business. That's how you want it. You don't want to count on anybody else. And so, we're pretty good in the 2 minute.
Baker, did you feel any extra pressure to get the ball, or extra focus to get the ball to Chris Godwin today, given the stuff that was public last week?
No. I mean, we as always, we have stuff involved for Chris in the game plan. And like I said, early on in the game, they were only keyed in on Mike. So some man coverage stuff that we were able to get Chris open on, some opportunities, and just take advantage of that. But, yeah, I mean, Chris and Mike are our two best receivers. And so whenever you can get the ball to them, you try to.
Your defense gave you a couple points today.
Yeah.
Interception, touchdown, just being able to get those turnovers and make something.
They played incredible. The Falcons' offense is no slouch by any means. They can be explosive. They can run the ball. So I think our defense did an incredible job today. Getting those turnovers was so crucial, obviously, early on. And, we just got to be able to play more complementary football and capitalize on those turnovers and the good field position.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, guys.